Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back and I'm live once again. Thank you so much. My name is Jay Hollingshed. I am your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker. I appreciate you for tuning in to yet another episode of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Today is Friday, the 6th day of the week, in which we will be discussing stress management or managing stress. And that is the title for pillar number 6, in which we always discuss on Friday, which is day 6. Now, this is episode 195. We are pushing the 200 mark, so we're not far from this 365 thing. So this is episode 195. And I thank those that are already tuning in. My brother, who is like clockwork, man. AJ, I love you, man. My wife, Lisa, first front row seat as usual. Thank you, babe. I appreciate you and love you as well. And those that are watching this on repeat, your presence and your efforts to watch this on repeat night after night after night. The repeat watches are a blessing. Thank you so much for being a blessing as I attempt to be even more of a blessing to you. Now, you can watch this episode in its entirety on my YouTube channel. Just catch it, Jay Hollingshed on YouTube. This episode and plus hundreds more of my episodes are on YouTube. Now, let's get right into it. Today is Friday, stress management. And for today's talk, brief talk, I'm going to pull from one of my reference materials. It's called Emotional Resilience. Emotional Resilience. And this is a really, really good book. I highly recommend it if you all have any time to read. I know everything nowadays is so fast paced. People don't sit down to read anymore. But it might be in an audio book. So you might want to check that out. It's by David Viscott, MD. David Viscott, V-I-S, V as in Victor, I-S-C-O-T-T. Emotional Resilience by David Viscott. I hope you all can see that. Now, there are 10 tips. 10 tips to help control your stress level. And being that we're talking about stress management, and this book, Emotional Resilience, help you maintain control of your emotions at a time when your emotions try to control you. Now, there are 10 tips I'm going to pull from, and they're actually on the back of the book. Believe it or not, after reading through it, I found them on the back again. So the first one of 10, tell the truth. Just tell the truth. It is stressful to carry around a lie. Tell the truth. If you've been lying, if you told a lie, or if you are using a lie to hide something, you're carrying a lie is emotional baggage. That's what a lie is. Emotional baggage. And that gets heavy. It's like a brick you got to carry around everywhere you go. And you got to hold that brick out and carry it like that all day long. After a while, it's going to get tiring. You're going to get tired of carrying it. So let it go. Tell the truth. Don't carry around the emotional baggage. Now, let's see. Number 2, face life openly. What you avoid imprisons you. And that is so true. We need to face life openly. What we avoid will imprison us. Now, what that is saying is, don't be scared of your next challenge. What life has in store for you. And what you avoid does imprison you because you are scared of it. You're constantly running from it. And by saying that it imprisons you means that it controls you. Whenever it shows up, you move. If it comes towards you, you back up. If it comes from the left, you're going to move to the right. If it comes from the right, you're going to move to the left. It is controlling your your movement and your emotion. So it is controlling your emotional state as well. Because if what you are avoiding ends up as a thought in your mind, you are going to shift your thoughts to something else. It is controlling you, and your body follows your mind. Your mind is your controlling center. So go ahead, face life openly. What you avoid will imprison you. Now, number 3 of 10, as we move right along, say what you mean, feel, and believe. Say what you mean, feel, and believe. Now, speak your truth. That's basically what that is saying. Speak your truth. Say what you feel, what you believe, and what you mean. And it's not saying speak on what somebody else's truth or speak somebody else's how they feel. You can't speak on how someone else feels. You are unique. We all have our own uniqueness, and that unique pattern, our DNA, our way of thinking. You may have an identical twin. However, there is still some uniqueness about you that your twin doesn't have. Yes, you share a lot, but you can't speak for your twin. So number 3 says, speak your truth. It says, not speak your truth. Number 3 says, say what you feel, mean, and believe. And that's according to how you feel on the inside, not anybody else. Number 4, accept yourself for who you are. Accept yourself for who you are. Don't try to change what you cannot. There are certain things about yourself you can change. Yes, you can change your habits. Your habits changes your lifestyle. But at the same time, there are certain characteristics about yourself that the Creator gave you when the Creator made you. So accept yourself as you are. When you do that, you release other people's expectations of you. You release other people's visions of you. Because when someone else keeps speaking, saying, hey, I think you should do this. I think you should look like this. I think you should wear this. I think you should feel like this. And you take that upon yourself. That's not a good thing to do. Accept yourself for who you are. They are not you. You are yourself. So control yourself. Not anybody else's expectations controlling you. Number 5 of 10. Number 5 says, accept others as they are. Kind of like number 4. Number 4 says accept yourself. Number 5 says accept others as they are. So when you see someone, accept them for who they are. I promise you, they may say one thing, but what they do, that's their truth. Their actions speak louder than words. So accept people for who they are. Their spirit speaks through their words. Their spirit speaks through their actions, their intentions, their motives. That's who they are. That's who a person is. So accept people for who they are. They may tell you one thing, but sit back and watch. And then you will know according to your spirit whether you all share the same vibration or not, and you all can get along. So accept people for who they are. Notice the common denominator in 3 and 4. The common denominator is, or the commonality is, accepting as they are, or accepting as is. In other words, leave well enough alone. Don't try to change what you cannot change. Let's go to number 6. Number 6 says, know and accept your weaknesses. Know and accept your weaknesses. That's kind of like a play off number 4, which says accept yourself as you are. So number 6 says know and accept your weaknesses. Knowing and accepting your weaknesses, that's the first step to becoming stronger. When you know and accept, say, hey, I'm weak in that area. I know I can't do anything. I can't perform as great as I want to on the basketball court. I can't perform as great as I want to when it comes to standing up and speaking in front of people. So if I want to get better at that, that is my weakness. I'm accepting that. Now, if I go around saying I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, then I won't try to get better. So if I accept, like number 6 says, know and accept your weaknesses. If I know my weaknesses and accept them, have the maturity to accept them, then I know I can move forward and get better. So knowing and accepting is actually the first step to becoming stronger from your weaknesses. Number 7, stop trying to prove yourself. Basically, that should sum everything up. Stop trying to prove yourself. You have no one to prove yourself to. You are your own adult. You have your own destiny. You were put here on this earth with your own mission, your own calling, and your own purpose. When you're trying to prove yourself to someone else, you're trying to gain their acceptance. You cannot control what they do and don't do. You cannot control what they accept and don't accept. What they accept and don't accept. And that includes you. You can't control whether someone's going to like you or not. So stop trying to prove yourself to someone else, and you go on about living your life and being a blessing to others. That's the way to go. Now, number 8, let go of the past. That's a great way to manage your stress, letting go of the past. Because if you're holding on to the past, then you're going to find yourself deep into a depression. It's kind of like if you hold on to the past, and if the past is full of something that you don't like, you're going to be depressed. If you're so worried about the future, which hasn't happened yet, and you let that get you all riled up, you're going to develop anxiety. So let go of the past. When you let go of the past, you can live in the present. Your mind cannot be in two places at one time. So focus on the here and the now. And when you put all of your efforts and energies on the here and the now, which is concentrating on this present moment, you can be better at this moment. Make the most of this moment. That's all we have is the right now. The future doesn't exist, neither does the past. You have right now. So, number 8, let go of the past. Number 9, give up false expectations. Give up false expectations. Accept reality. It's kind of like a play on number 4 and number 5, accepting as is. So here, number 9 says, give up false expectations. Stop expecting something to happen when it's not purposed to happen. Certain things, there is a reality. We can think positive. We can be, we can have positive thinking, and there's nothing wrong with positive thinking whatsoever. But at the same time, life has a balance. There's a yin and a yang. There's a balance that we must have. There's a female, the female balance, the female and the male. So we have to balance life out. Life is 50-50. So there is a reality. There's a positive, but it's also a negative. However, when you are focusing on the positive and thinking positive, you do have an edge and an advantage by when you think about that in a positive manner. You're putting those positive energies out into the atmosphere to return to you in the form of circumstances that can help you, circumstances that can manifest the positive, whatever it is that's positive that you are concentrating on. However, false expectations. If you know something, keep it real. Just keep it real. If you know something is not going to happen, let it go. Give up false expectations. That's one great way to keep your stress level at a minimum. And it's a way of controlling your emotions. Number 10 out of 10. It says, take responsibility for your life. How it turned out. What you are willing to take responsibility for frees you. Let's take that first sentence. Take responsibility for your life and how it turns out. Easy. Every decision we've made to date is why we are in the state we are in right now. Our method of thinking. Everything we've done, we've attracted where we are. Our way of thinking, the way we handled our time. The way we handle ourselves according to time. We cannot handle time as far as maneuvering or manipulating it, but we can manipulate and maneuver ourselves according to the time that we have. And being that, and taking responsibility for our life and the way it has turned out to date is basically accepting the fact that we made the decisions to be where we are, how we are, and how we live, our existence right now, our state of being, our quality of life. That all came from one decision affecting another decision and affecting another decision. And all these decisions we have made. So take responsibility for your life and how it turns out. And the second part to number 10 is, what are you willing to take responsibility for? What you are willing to take responsibility for frees you. That is a very liberating statement. What you are willing to take responsibility for frees you. Take responsibility for what imprisons you. Take responsibility for what you are scared of. Take responsibility for your fears. Our fears is what holds us down the most. Our fears is what allows us to be stressed out, because we open up to our fears and accept the possibility of the negative without considering the possibility of the positive. So if you want to take responsibility of something that can free you, take responsibility of your fears. That's all that I have for episode 195 of 365. This has been stress management, pillar number 6 in my 7 pillars of mental performance series. Thank you so much. And remember, as today winds down, recap your day. Did you make more of an effort or more of an excuse? That's all you're going to make. One of two things, an effort or an excuse. So make the effort. Continue to make the effort. Be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. God bless.